9 used BMW X series models that are better than buying new. Someone just drove a brand new BMW X5 off the lot and lost $30,000 in 12 months. Meanwhile, a smarter buyer picked up the exact same experience for half the price. Same engine, same interior, same performance, and it's actually more reliable than the day it left the factory. I've gone through the owner data, the real repair bills, and the engine codes, so you don't make a $10,000 mistake. 9 used BMW X series models that are genuinely better to buy than new. This is your unfair advantage. We're starting with the one most buyers completely ignore, and that is precisely what makes it such a smart entry point. Number 9, BMW X1, late F48 2020 to 2022, U11 2023, and newer. The underdog that doesn't quit. Starting around $25,000 to $35,000 used. This one gets zero respect. And that is precisely what makes it such a smart buy. The cheapest BMWs are usually the most dangerous. Somehow the X1 escaped that rule. The X1 is lighter, simpler, lower complexity than anything else in the X series lineup. The B48 4-cylinder never gets the headlines. It just quietly avoids the repair bills. No air suspension, no expensive V8, fewer systems that can go wrong. Consumer Reports consistently rates the X1 well for reliability. That's what happens when you build a BMW without stacking every expensive system known to man into one vehicle. For a buyer who wants genuine BMW ownership without X5 bills, this is the most rational entry point on the entire list. One thing BMW owners learn the hard way: water pump and thermostat around 100,000 miles. Budget $800 to $1,500. Valve cover seep is common, not catastrophic, but check it. On the U11 generation, verify all electronics work before you sign anything. The most underrated used BMW you can buy in 2026. Simple, reliable, genuinely fun. Don't dismiss it because it doesn't have a V8. The next pick changes everything. Number 8, BMW X3 M40i G01 2020 and later B58TU preferred. The thinking person's performance car, starting around $38,000 to $52,000 used. 382 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds. Owners running these past 150,000, even 200,000 miles, with nothing more than scheduled maintenance. The B58 Inline 6 is the reason this car exists on this list at all. BMW accidentally built one of the most reliable modern performance engines on the market and dropped it into a practical family SUV. Paired with the ZF 8-speed automatic, this is the powertrain combination that BMW owners talk about in hushed, reverent tones. And for good reason. Here's what makes this pick so powerful. The X3M is a track weapon. The M40i is a daily driver that embarrasses sports cars at on-ramps and then takes your family to dinner without complaint. The X3M often costs more to buy used and significantly more to own. Sit with that for a moment. Target the 2020 and later B58TU, the updated engine variant, refined oil pump carrier, better long-term durability. That is the build date that matters. Water pump and thermostat around 100,000 miles, budget $800 to $1,500. Valve cover seep, common, not critical. ZF8 fluid at 60 to 80,000 miles. Do not skip this. Same tire circumference across all 4 corners. A 5mm tread delta can damage your transfer case. No exceptions. Near M performance, half the running cost of the X3M, the sweet spot of the entire X series lineup. And used, it is an absolute steal. X3 M40i versus X3M, which is the smarter bypass 60,000 miles? Drop your take in the comments. This one always starts a war. And somehow, this still isn't the best value BMW on this list. Number 7. BMW X330i G01. The rational entry point, starting around $28,000 to $38,000 used. After the M40i, let's bring it back down to earth. Because this pick makes just as much sense for a completely different buyer. Most people overlook the X330i because they're chasing the M40i badge. That is a mistake. The B48 has a rock-solid reliability reputation. Spec it right, M Sport brakes and adaptive dampers, and you get 90% of the driving experience at significantly less money and far less complexity. The kind of car that makes people ask what you're driving, then look surprised when you tell them what you paid. The 2022 LCI refresh brought a cleaner interior, updated iDrive, and improved build quality. A 2022 LCI 30i with M Sport is a genuinely exceptional used buy. Know which generation you're buying. 2018 to 2020 versus 2022. LCI are meaningfully different cars. Always ask for full service history, same circumference tires across all four corners. You know the rule by now. Less badge, more sense, more money left in your pocket for maintenance done right. But if you thought the 30i was the value story, the next pick rewrites the math entirely. Number 6, BMW X5 F15, 2016 to 2018, the matured platform. Starting around $22,000 to $32,000 used, most buyers walk straight past the F15, chasing the newer G05. That is their loss and your opportunity. Right here is where BMW luxury finally becomes affordable without becoming dangerous. The early F15 had problems. The 2015 model year avoided it completely, but by 2016, BMW had sorted the platform, the 6-cylinder variants were running clean, and the depreciation has largely already happened, which means you are not paying for it. Real owner data shows late F15 6-cylinder examples regularly hitting 150,000 miles without major drama when maintained properly. That is the story the price tag doesn't tell you. Avoid 2015 entirely. Air suspension history, asked specifically. Budget $3,000 to $6,000 long-term if equipped. Stick to the 6-cylinder. V8 variants add complexity that fundamentally changes the ownership equation. Full service history is essential at this age. The depreciation hit is done. The platform is proven, maintain it properly, and this car will reward you for years. F15 versus G05. Which generation is the smarter used buy in 2026? Fight it out in the comments. Now, what happens when you take that same value logic and add a fuel bill that almost disappears? Number 5, BMW X330e G01 PHEV. The fuel bill cheat code, starting around $28,000 to $35,000 used. Most people see a plug-in hybrid BMW and immediately think, complexity, risk, avoid. For most used cars, that instinct is right. Not here. The B48 paired with a hybrid system gives you 288 combined horsepower and around 20 miles of real-world electric range. If you're charging at home every night, your fuel costs drop dramatically. You're covering most of your weekly driving on electricity in a near-luxury BMW. The B48 is solid. The hybrid system adds complexity, but manageable complexity when the car is properly maintained. Here's the one condition that determines everything. If you cannot charge reliably at home, skip this and pick the 30i. Running it purely on gasoline adds weight without benefit. But if you can charge, the fuel savings make this one of the most financially clever used buys on this list. Verify battery health before purchase. Tire circumference rule applies, same as every xDrive model here. In the right hands, this is a fuel bill cheat code. In the wrong hands, unnecessary complexity. Know which buyer you are. The people who get this right look like geniuses 12 months later. Smart commuter math done. What comes next is a completely different animal. Same hybrid logic, but this time we're talking flagship power, flagship comfort, and a depreciation drop that should make new car buyers genuinely angry. Number 4, BMW X5 xDrive 50e G05 PHEV. Lightly used 2024 and newer. The fuel bill killer. Starting around $58,000 to $72,000 lightly used, 39 miles of real-world EV range. For most daily commutes across America, that covers you entirely on electric. You're driving a $90,000 BMW on electricity costs. 483 horsepower. Faster than the 40i. Quieter. Same interior, same G05 platform. Lightly used, 1 to 2 years old. You're absorbing someone else's first-year depreciation while getting a near-new car with full remaining warranty potential. The premium has already been paid. You're just collecting the benefit. You must be able to charge at home. Running this exclusively on gasoline, the added weight and hybrid complexity become liabilities rather than assets. High-voltage battery health check before purchase, non-negotiable. ZF8 fluid schedule still applies. Air suspension budget if equipped, $3,000 to $6,000 long-term. If you can charge at home, This is the most financially intelligent X5 you can buy in 2026. The fuel savings alone closed the gap on the price premium within 2 years. While everyone else is paying $90,000 for the same experience, you already moved on. 2 hybrid picks back to back, and we are done with conditional buys. What comes next has no conditions, just performance, reliability, and one of the most compelling depreciation stories in the entire BMW lineup. Number 3, BMW X3 M50, G45 2025 and newer. The next generation sweet spot, starting around $52,000 to $65,000 lightly used. The G45 X3 M50 is the successor to everything that made the G01 M40i great, and lightly used, it earns its place on this list. Updated platform, more refined interior, more technology, and critically, the same B58 derived powertrain philosophy that made the previous generation so dependable. The DNA is already proven across hundreds of thousands of miles in the G01. The platform is new. That combination is hard to argue with. Lightly used 2025 models are hitting the market now. The first owner took the depreciation hit. You step in with a near current generation BMW at a meaningful discount without betting on an unproven quantity, because this powertrain has already earned its reputation. The pick for the buyer who wants the latest X3 experience without paying full new car money. The first owner paid for the uncertainty. You arrive after the proof. Early production variants, check for any outstanding technical service bulletins. ZF8 fluid at 60 to 80,000 miles. Water pump and thermostat vigilance at 100,000 miles. Tire circumference rule, same as every xDrive model on this list. The G01 M40i was the sweet spot. The G45 M50 is the next chapter of the same story. Lightly used, one of the strongest all-around used buys in the BMW lineup right now. 2 picks left. The next one will make you question why anyone buys flagship BMW new. Ever. Number 2, BMW X7 xDrive 40i, G07, 2020 to 2021. Flagship money, half the price. Starting around $45,000 to $58,000 used. A car that originally sold for over $90,000, available today for roughly half that. Take a moment with that number. The X7 is BMW's flagship SUV. 3 rows, full-size presence, the kind of interior that stops conversation the moment someone climbs in, and the 2020 to 2021 40i variants, B58 powered, ZF8 equipped, are praised by owners for reliability in a way that early production years simply weren't. You are getting over 50% off the original sticker. Same engine, same interior, same performance. The depreciation curve already played out and someone else wrote it down. A new X7 40i today pushes $95,000 to $100,000. A 2020 or 2021 example with documented service history, roughly half that, for an experience that is functionally identical. That is the used versus new argument at its most undeniable. Transfer case fluid servicing, critical. Full lock figure 8 test when shopping, listen for any shudder. Air suspension at higher miles, budget accordingly. Verify every option is present and working. Surround view, HUD, premium packages. Tire circumference matching across all 4 corners. No shortcuts. No other model on this list illustrates the used versus new case more powerfully than the X7 40i. Flagship presence, half the price. B58 reliability. That is what playing the market correctly looks like. X7 40i versus X5 40i. Same engine, completely different scale. Which one is the smarter used buy for the money? Tell me in the comments. And now number 1. The BMW that made thousands of owners realize buying used was the smarter move all along. Number 1, BMW X5 xDrive 40i, G05, mid-2020 build onward. The benchmark. Starting around $42,000 to $58,000 used. The BMW that made thousands of owners realize buying used was the smarter move all along. Number 1, and it's not close. The G05 X5 xDrive 40i is flat out the most complete used BMW you can buy in 2026. 335 horsepower, B58 inline 6, ZF 8-speed automatic, the same transmission found in vehicles costing 2 and 3 times the price. Owners are reporting 150,000 to 200,000 miles with nothing more than scheduled maintenance. Not marketing, real-world ownership data across thousands of examples. The interior is world-class, quiet, refined, the kind of cabin that turns a 5-hour drive into something you almost enjoy. Consumer Reports has consistently praised the G05 for ride quality and interior comfort. And at this price point used, that carries serious weight. Here's the number that changes everything. A G05 X5 40i that sold new for $80,000 in 2020 is available today for $45,000 to $50,000, with 40,000 to 60,000 miles on it. You're getting the same car, early issues sorted, platform fully matured, for nearly half price. Someone else absorbed the depreciation. You collect the reward. Target mid-2020 builds and later. Early 2019 G05 production had transfer case issues. BMW addressed this. But if you're shopping a 2019, verify the transfer case was replaced under warranty. From mid-2020 onward, that problem is history. Early 2019 transfer case, verify warranty replacement or walk away. Air suspension, inspect for leaks and compressor noise, budget $3,000 to $6,000 long-term. One thing that catches buyers off guard, water ingress through the sunroof drains and shark fin antenna seal. Left unchecked, it destroys the telematics module. Check it before you sign anything. ZF8 fluid at 60,000 to 80,000 miles, do not skip this. Water pump and thermostat at 100,000 miles, budget $800 to $1,500. Tire circumference matching, all 4 corners within 5 millimeters of tread depth. Proven powertrain, world-class interior, dramatic depreciation. Maintained properly, this car will run for years without financially destroying you. The benchmark, the one that earns the top spot on every list. If you're actually shopping right now, this is the part that matters. Screenshot this. Safe engines, B58, that's the X3 M40i, X5 40i, X7 40i, and X3 M50. B48, that's the X1, X3 30i, and X3 30e. Approach with caution. N63 V8 out of warranty. Budget $10,000 reserve minimum. Years to avoid. X5 2011, 2013, 2015. Early 2019, G05, verify transfer case warranty replacement. Years to target. X5, G05, mid-2020 onward. X7, G07, 2020 to 2021. X3, G01 M40i, 2020 onward. B58TU. Service rules. Oil every 7,500 to 10,000 miles. ZF8 fluid at 60,000 to 80,000 miles. Cooling system plastics at 100,000 miles. Transfer case fluid, air suspension. Budget $3,000 to $6,000 long-term. Inspect compressor noise and ride height before purchase. PPI in 60 seconds. Transfer case figure 8 test. Tire tread delta, no more than 5 millimeters. Full fault code scan. Water ingress check, sunroof drains and shark fin seal. Verify every option works. Never buy a used BMW X Series without knowing the engine code and the build date. 9 used BMW X Series models that are genuinely better to buy than new. The X1, the underdog that doesn't quit. The X3 M40i, the sweet spot of the entire lineup. The X3 30i, less badge, more sense. The F15 X5, the matured platform at value pricing. The X330e, the fuel bill cheat code. The X5 50e, the fuel bill killer for home chargers. The G45 X3 M50, the next generation sweet spot. The X7 40i, flagship money at half the price. And the G05 X5 40i, the benchmark. The one that earns the top spot on every list. Here's the truth nobody at the dealership will tell you. The best time to buy a BMW X Series is the moment someone else finishes paying for the depreciation. That moment is right now. The research is done. The engine codes are clear. The years that matter, you know them. The only question left is whether you act on it or watch someone else drive away in the car you should have bought. What's your mileage on your X Series? And what's been your biggest repair bill? Drop it in the comments. This audience has owned these cars. Your experience is worth more than any spec sheet. If this video saved you from a bad decision or helped you find the right one, hit like and subscribe. We do buyer guides like this every week so you don't buy the wrong car. I'll see you in the next one.